Umbito. Whatever. Let's get this show started. You ready, Sal? Nav? All
Yeah, I'm ready.
right, let's do this. Episode 50. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Converted Podcast, the podcast about the guild on Airy Peak Convert to Raid. With you as always is Salmisis the Shaman, Belshnickle the Priest, and Navox the Warrior. It's about to get real. Hey guys, welcome to episode 50 of the Converted Podcast. I am Belshnickle, and tonight, man, is February 2nd, and I got my main man, Navox, in the house. My man, dude, how's it going tonight, dude? What's cracking?
What's up, Bell? Good to have you back, man.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah, everything's going okay.
Good stuff,
aside
man.
from the crappy game last night.
You're angry. And then in the middle, man, we got the lovely Sal, man. She's got a little wag going on. She's looking good tonight, man. How you doing, Sal? How you feeling?
I'm wonderful, Belle. Hey.
Sal's always so hype, man.
In this episode, we have another raid team spotlight with Yakky from Boatz N Hozen. A brand new raid tier is coming tomorrow. Knate and Turarts are here like always because we love them. And wait, stop. Did you say episode 50?
50? Yeah, it is 50. That's a lot of episodes, you know, for
awesome.
twice a month kind of show. You know, it's not bad. We've been around for a little bit, you know, doing our thing.
Yeah, because we do ours every other week.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like another podcast's 100 episodes, except not with all the work that 100 episodes would take.
It's like 100 episodes minus not half the work. Yeah, that's cool. That's a good way to say it.
Yeah, the Converted's been around for a long time. And chat room, if you guys have any favorite Converted podcast memories, let us know. But first of all, big congratulations to my man Belshnickle.
Thank you, sir, man.
Becoming a dad again.
Yeah, you know, it's been good, man. It's been good. You know, and my first daughter's handling it really well. You know what I mean? She's like a good big sister. And it's been good, man. It's crazy because, like, at work, you know, people are kind of like, man, you're kind of awake, dude. Like, I figured you'd be more tired, you know. But I got a little secret, and, you know, this doesn't make me a bad guy, but every now and then, if it gets, you know, I have a couple rooms in my house, right? So if it gets a little bit hype, you know, I tend to kind of sneak out. You know, maybe that makes you a bad guy, but I don't do well, you know, if I don't sleep. So I do have a couple other places in the house I can sleep, other bedrooms. So every now and then, man, I get out, you know, so I'm actually feeling kind of good. You know, my wife, on the other hand, is not feeling as good, but that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? There's only so much you can do. Baby wants food. What am I going to do? You know what I mean? So it's been good. But I got a quick story for you guys real quick before we get into the rest of the show. It's funny to me, and hopefully it's funny to you guys. But see this thing behind me, this futon right here?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a futon. Now this is
that's where you're sleeping when you don't help with the baby in the middle of the night.
Well, check this out, right? This is a story for you guys to let you guys know that you should never go cheap. Okay, when it comes to furniture. All right, that's a Target special. It's about like $140, and it looks nice. It's blue. It's got some character to it. Looks kind of comfortable, right? You figure, hey, listen, I can spend the night there, no problem. Let me tell you that thing is the spawn of Satan. In that thing in the middle, it has a bar, okay, that runs across the middle of the thing, okay? So there's a bar in the middle. You got to sleep on one side or the other, right? Because sleeping on the middle on the bar, it's got practically spikes coming out of it. You can't roll that way, right? So it forces you to choose a side, right? Now, I'm not the smallest dude. I'm not big, but I need some space to kind of spread out when it's time to get down, right? So now what they did now, they figured, hey, listen, we're not going to have you sleep on one side or the other. They put a crossbar across this way too. So it actually makes this, right? So
that's great.
So now when you pick your side, right, you got this pole like jabbing you like in your side, like in your ribs, right? So then what you have to do is you got to slide your butt either all the way up a little bit or all the way down to get your butt off the middle bar that's crossing. So that kind of puts you like on one quarter of the thing, you know. And then when you try to curl up in the fetal, then you got like your knee on one bar and your butt on the other bar. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, my daughter's 3 weeks old. The worst night of the entire time has been the night that I spent on that futon. It is terrible.
College kids, man.
Dude, it's
you
terrible.
Gotta be like 4 foot nothing and 100 pounds. You
Dude,
know?
I had my brother and my brother-in-law sleep on that thing before. Dude, I am issuing formal apology on the air, and I'm gonna write them letters, man, and text them and tell them, because, dude, like anybody that I put on that thing, they must swear that I don't like them. It's that bad. But anyway, that's my futon story. But other than that, man, just been doing my thing, man. Just fathering it up and playing when I can, and missing you guys, man. It's all about you guys right now, man. Great show last week, by the way. I loved it.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, Shepard was really good. He was fun to
awesome.
talk to.
He was fun to talk to. And thanks, Kata, for filling in for us last week, too.
Yeah, Shep, he was telling us stories of this like really family-oriented like raid team where everyone understands if your kid gets sick or if you have, what does he say, like the knitting accident? What, someone had a knitting accident, like a
their fingers or something like that. Like I listened to it. Yeah.
No, there was a word for it, like hardcore knitting or something like that. Anyway, it was cool. It's like, yeah, we're all parents. So my wife, he raids with his wife, which is really cool.
Yeah, like there's all spouses in there, right? It's all like married couples and stuff in there. Wasn't it like most of their team?
Yes.
Like, yeah,
yep.
That's awesome.
Most, yeah. And Turarts is on his team.
Big team,
which I didn't know initially until I saw their video. He had a little video, so that was cool too.
But
yeah, so we had a nice week. But
You okay, Sal?
sorry.
Sal's got like that mute. Sal's got that mute on lock, man. She was just like instantaneously muted, like either that or she makes no sound when she coughs. But
no, I've got it. I've got like 3 ways to mute here.
Your mute game is on point, Sal. Your mute game is on point.
Well, it doesn't work if you point it out.
That's true. My bad.
Yeah, I've got my Alt Z. It just takes care of it right away.
Good deal.
Boom.
That's
mute.
good. That's
mute.
Good.
Anyway, aside from the cough that I meant to mute, and now we've talked about for 45 seconds. I was kind of going through. I'm like, today I figured out that today was our 50th episode, and I didn't realize that. Even though last week was 49, it didn't like pop into my head that this week was 50 until I was typing it. I'm like, wow, dude, 50.
That's crazy.
50. Mm-hmm. And I even tweeted out a few photos.
Oh man, it was terrible, Sal.
Back in the day,
it was bad. Like if you guys are new to the show, I used to have this sun on my forehead.
It's right here,
and it just wouldn't. Now I just have the shine on top. You know what I'm saying? That's never going to go away unless I miraculously start growing hair. But like I had this sun it was actually pretty annoying to look at. And Sal, you had like some weird drawings in the background. I had a playpen, like an octagon for my daughter in the background. And
you had this like baby playpen behind you as your backdrop for your podcast.
It was pretty fancy. I mean, not that the Dolphins Zach Thomas jersey is any better, but whatever. It's been fun, man. It's been a good ride. I've totally loved doing this, and that bringing Nav on board has been awesome. And I don't think either one of us thought we would be doing this. I thought we would like do it for a little while, but who knew? Like 2 years later or whatever, we'd still be rocking and rolling.
Totally. And I was just thinking some of the best stuff. Remember the Warcraft family?
Yeah. Are they still in our guild? Like, are they still around?
I don't know. I haven't heard from them. I tweeted at them tonight. But that was crazy. You had like kids screaming at us, and one of them had a potty mouth.
I know,
like
that's pretty funny.
six-year-old.
That was back when we did the hangouts. Remember the round tables? We did the round tables.
Yeah, with those Google Hangouts, which does not work. Google Hangouts is terrible.
Yeah, I don't know if they've improved it since
pretty awful.
Then, but
they have. I use it. I use it at work all the time, but not for what we were doing. Not for like having a bunch of people talking at once.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember having Coltrane on.
Yes. And Sal had the robe. We had our robes on. That was fun. That was a good episode.
And then I was just clicking through, and I saw you made a video that was a teaser for having Navox on the show. I don't know if you remember this, but it was like a commercial, like a 30-second commercial, that it was like coming soon. The Converted,
God. Yeah, that's right.
Live. Yeah. And there was like this us like
pretending
like we were fighting.
Yeah, and
when Navox was coming on the show as a host.
Yeah.
And
we had Navox, and we had never been live before. And with Navox on the show, we changed to live and having a chat room, which completely changed every portion of anything we've ever done.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it just made doing the show so much more fun, to get the chat room involved and get the interaction from them. And it totally changed everything for us, in a good way, positive way.
Another memory that I have that I'll always have, and I think I'm going to have this photo and I'm going to frame it, and send to Navox on someday is last week when we were all making like the little heart
Oh God, yeah.
things with our hands, and Navox.
He was fighting
I
it.
almost knocked
I
down
fell
my
for
wall.
it.
Yeah.
He was fighting the love.
I was being a team player.
Yes. And everyone else was so. And then we have a picture of Nate, just big smile, like I love, and then Navox just like, "Ruh."
Grumpy Nav.
But in the end, he did it, and then Sushi screenshotted it and put it on the world
Yep.
immediately.
I sold out, like totally drunk said in the chat room. I sold
Oh.
out. That's right. Turu posted one of his favorite was the Harlem Shake.
That first
Harlem Shake
episode, man. I remember making that thing, man. We had my cousins in there. Oh man, that was. You know what? If I had been smart, I would have had that queued up, ready to go for tonight. People to see it. People who hadn't seen it. Maybe I'll pull it up during one of the breaks or whatever and get that on there because that was pretty good. That was good.
I had my niece in there because I couldn't like get all my family to come up to the attic where I was stuck in my little cave, and so my niece put on my Alliance shirt, dancing. And you had like your entire clan.
Yeah, like my brother was in there, my cousins were in there. I mean, we did a real Harlem Shake over here, man.
Yeah, a Harlem Shake. I can't see the chat room because I'm afraid to bring anything up.
Yeah, just
because
don't...
I think I've
I'm
got
watching the chat room.
Umbido.
Umbido. The Umbido. Yeah.
Ooh, we'll see.
But we were talking about our favorite moments earlier too, and I was talking about like that first live episode we did at BlizzCon because that was being on stage there with like Dev and Hokie and Mega and Red, like for me like that was the best moment of the show. The fact that we were doing it in front of everybody, all our friends, and we had them on stage, man. That was awesome. Like that first BlizzCon, just meeting everybody for the first time and doing the show there live was special. That was definitely special.
And long.
Yeah, it was long until I cut it short.
You didn't set your watch right.
Yeah, that almost happened again this year. It's like the time change weekend is like right before BlizzCon every year. You notice that? You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
That was funny. But how about you, Nav? What about?
Well, I actually have a couple favorite memories. Because I haven't been on the show that long. Actually,
You've been on for more than a year.
Wow, that doesn't seem that.
It's been more than a year.
What episode did he start? Like, was he after 25? Right around mid.
I don't know, but last year the two of you sang "Happy Birthday" to me.
That's right, and Sal's birthday was 2 days ago, right?
It was.
It was yesterday. That's right. It was yesterday. That's right.
So
yeah.
Nav's been
I didn't know
just over a year.
What's that?
How come I didn't even know this?
Belshnickle, you've been too distracted to remember your friends.
That's kind of messed up, man. Like, if I was a real friend, I'd give an impromptu happy birthday right now. But I guess I'm not.
You did that last year.
But what I was going to say,
cool.
It was nice. It was fun coming into the guild and watching. A lot of people come over to the guild because they watch the Convert to Raid podcast, and then they don't realize that there was a secondary podcast about the guild. And I thought that was really, really neat when I first joined on. And I went back and watched the old episodes because Teak was our original raid leader. And I was like, wow, that's cool. This guy's my raid leader, and he's doing this podcast. And then I watched all of it. So I watched the World of Warcraft family. I watched the BlizzCon episodes where you guys, did the whole ticket buying experience. But if I had to pick a couple favorites off the top of my head that I had.
Oh, that was so good. The video that me and Bill did about buying the tickets.
Yeah.
The sweaty armpits.
I was going to say, I would say Sal's Fireman song for Megacode.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
That was awesome.
Exclavier singing the Mage song for Coltrane. That was...
He never recorded that for me. Oh, Exclavier.
That's right. And then we had Berserker. That was another memorable one. And the Dev episode where we technoed out the whole room, and then we got it silenced on YouTube, unfortunately.
But that was fun. We had fun no matter what.
Fun. Yeah.
Dev was an awesome guest. That was fun.
But yeah. Other than that, let's see here. I was looking through the chat room, and I think Zanarka said Berserker, our new raid leader. Let's see. That's about it. I didn't see anything else from the chat room.
But it's been good, man. It's been awesome, doing this with you guys. And we look forward to being around for another 50, man. You know, we
Yeah.
don't have any plans of going anywhere. You know, we're gonna keep doing this. We're having fun, and you guys are enjoying it. So it's all good, man. We're loving it. We're loving it. Anyway, man, let's get our guest in here, man. We got Yakky in the house tonight,
All right.
and he's
Chief.
familiar with Mr. Nav. So
That's right.
let's get him going in here, man. Let's do this, man. Let's get Yakky up in here. Mr. Yakky, can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you just fine.
Oh, man, you're looking good, man. The camera popped right on. This
know,
guy's
right?
fired up, man. Yo, we got Yakky from Boatz N Hozen in the house tonight, a.k.a. the Chief, dude. So, listen, we're excited for you to have you on the show, man. Thanks for coming out, bro. Appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. That's what I'm here for.
Now, you're familiar with Mr. Navox here, man. We're expecting to hear some good stuff about Mr. Nav tonight. Don't hold anything back, man. You know, Navox doesn't even know where you live, bro. You know.
Oh, yeah.
So, listen, I expect a no holds barred, just crazy, crazy stuff tonight, man. I'm excited.
Okay.
Hey, we're all Florida peeps here. We're good.
Yeah, that's right. We're neighbors not too far down the street.
That's
Oh,
right.
shoot. Okay, I take that back. Maybe he does know where you live. But still, you can say what you want, man. I'm in Florida, too, man. I'll protect you. I got you. So, anyway, man, tell us about your raid team, man. What's this Boatz N Hozen, man? I hear a lot about you guys, but I want to hear some details, man. How long you guys been raiding?
They've been. I started with them in December, and they've been raiding since. God, probably before Mist.
Okay. So you're new with the team.
Yes,
Like
I'm
fairly
pretty new
new?
with the team.
Okay.
Yeah, I've only been with a couple months, and you got to give it up to Exantes, man. I don't know how he keeps and puts up with this. You know, it's crazy. Yeah, man is so stressed. He's a 5th grade teacher, but it works for our raid team because he says stuff so slow.
He breaks it down in 5th grade
Hey.
terms.
Yeah, he's like, don't stand in the swirly twirly. Stand in this stuff. Don't do that, okay? And he goes, words are hard, you know. And of course, the
Words
famous
are hard.
line is just, yeah, when somebody dies, and he always that famous saying, decisions were made, right?
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Decisions were made.
So-
Stop. Xanates is a 5th grade teacher.
Yes.
I think yes, he's an elementary
he's
teacher.
a teacher.
You gotta be a special person, man, to be a 5th grade teacher, man. Like, beyond special. Like, wow. That's fantastic.
Everything's
yeah.
starting to make more sense to me.
That's how
Think
me
of
and
every conversation I've had with him, and I'm like, wow, yeah.
He's so easy to talk to.
yeah, he says stuff so slow for us. So yeah, it works perfectly.
That's awesome.
And then of course we got Phyllis, who's our raid assist. He's the guy that
Yep.
yells at us. He's the guy that constantly
Phil
yells.
likes
At
to
us.
yell at us.
Every team's got to have a yeller. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like somebody that's just willing to
But
rage it
Phyllis
out.
does it in a way where you just feel bad about yourself afterwards. It's not even like a screaming yell. It's just you are the worst person ever to exist.
Like you question whether you should still be
Because-
playing the game afterwards.
Exactly. Like
Wow.
you should be like, oh man, I think I should just go play.
Delete my character?
The Island Adventure, and that's it. It's like horrible. Yeah.
Hey, sometimes some people respond to that, man. It's hey.
Yeah, but it's we did good. We did good this tier. I thought we did very well. We went 2-7 mythic, and I thought that was
Yep.
pretty good for a team as dysfunctional as we are sometimes, going crazy. But yeah, we did actually very well this time. You know.
We're gonna go back. I mean, I think what our plan is, we're gonna go into Blackrock Foundry, hopefully tomorrow, but we know how things go with that. And on opening night, and go in there on heroic, hit it hard, get some bosses down, and then eventually, when we get that down, go back to doing.
Now, what's this
clear out
AKA
Highball,
Chief? Because
Okay.
Navox makes this plate, so what's the deal with the Chief, Nav and Yak?
Well, I'm a chief in the U.S. Navy. I'm a
Okay.
submariner.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. I joined the Navy in 1995.
Oh, okay.
Right. So for all you kids that are out there, I'm an old man.
Yeah, you've been around the block a couple times. That's all right, though, man. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I joined in 95, went to Great Lakes, Illinois, went through the nice cold weather in January, getting the 2 foot, 3 foot of snow up there, marching and trying not to fall over and hurt myself, of course, right? And then it's a match. When I graduated from boot camp in January, it's a change of weather. They put me to San Diego, California.
Oh, wow.
to-
Oh wow.
Yeah, so to go to mess management school, right, which is cook in the Navy, okay?
Okay.
So I was a cook. But after I got done with cook school, I had to go somewhere else, right? I had to go to submarine school because I'm a submariner. So I had to go to Groton, Connecticut, back to the cold.
Oh, man.
And Yeah. So after I dealt with that stuff a little while, and finally got into my first ship in July of 1996 in Kings Bay, Georgia, in USS Nebraska, 739. Go Big Red. That's all you hear all the time on there. You know, Nebraska Cornhuskers. You know. After and I did that boat for a while. Left there and then went back to Groton, where I was at the supplies storefront in Groton, Connecticut. Worked over there, which is basically went to the galley. Ran that for a little bit and then went down to the waterfront to go work with ships on getting supplies to them, you know, after 9/11, right? And then after that, I was stationed on the USS Augusta, right, at 710.
Okay.
After that, that's where I made Chief Petty Officer, right? If you ever get a chance, look it up on YouTube about Chief Transition and all that stuff, about the Chief Petty Officer.
Okay.
That was in 2000.
Chief Petty Officer?
Yes, and that was in 2007 when I made it. All right.
Wow. Okay.
So after that, I was stationed there, and then I transferred to another ship because I just couldn't get enough of going to sea. So I went to the USS Georgia, 739, to the Gold Crew, right, where I was the leading Chief Petty Officer. Actually, the supply department chief. Ran that ship for about 4 years, and then after I left on there, I finally got done with that, and then now I'm at the place that Navox likes me to talk about, right? I transferred to Charleston, South Carolina, to the Naval Consolidated Brig.
Okay.
Right now, I'm a command duty officer. I'm the CEO of the brig, where my shift comes in, right? And that's what I currently do now.
Which means?
Which means I can find people.
Okay, listen. What I said earlier about protecting you from Navox, yeah, you don't need me, bro. You don't need me protecting you, man. Wow. Okay, that's serious, man.
Yeah, and right now so that's what I'm doing now. I've been confining people for over 2 years, all right, and fixing to leave, and then I'm going to Hawaii after this, you know, to get stationed out there.
Oh wow, man!
How long you gonna be out there? Do you have any idea?
About 2 or 3 years.
Wow. Okay.
Then I should.
That sounds terrible.
I know it's awful. I don't want to do it. You know, it's just can't.
What a horrible time.
You know.
Oh man.
But other than that, though, I've that's where I'm going to now. Then I'll retire for the Navy. Then I get to go and relax for a while.
Okay.
After that.
That's good. Now the short version of why I put Chief up there was because when he first joined the raid team, he had his druid, and his druid's named Chief, right? Isn't that right?
Yeah, my druid is named Chief.
That's right. So that's a short story. You got
man. This guy's got some real world experience, man. Like, yeah, we ain't messing with Mr. Yakky, man. Whatever you want to happen in the raid, man, it's gonna happen. Don't even sweat it. You know, we'll do whatever we gotta do. Man, that's real.
I'm actually pretty nice in the raid. I don't say much.
Yeah.
He's our flamethrower guy on Brackenspore.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your service, man. Like, people in the chat room are showing you some love. Thank you for your service, man. We appreciate that, tremendously. So.
Oh yeah.
Man, that's huge.
So, Yakky, how long? Give us a rundown. How long you been playing WoW?
I have been playing World of Warcraft since 2006. Wow. I joined because my a guy on the ship, my first class, kept telling me this. And you got to understand, back in 2006, people talk about who played World of Warcraft. You thought, oh my God, there's these, Magic playing guys,
right, straight up,
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Because on a submarine, you have nuclear engineers that work back aft, and we call them nukes, right? They go to school for 2 to 3 years and become nuke guys, and we pay them a bunch of money to do that, right? And they played. But my cook, he was from California, this surfer dude, don't look like, act, walk, talk. He says, hey, man, come play WoW with me. I'm like, what? So I went and played it with him. I got on right at the end of vanilla. Pretty much got on the end there, started in vanilla, and played a mage because it was the first thing I saw. And he was a warlock, right? And that's how come I have the lock now. It was named after him. That's why I kept it for so long, because he was the first guy that got me into World of Warcraft. So
cool.
I played a lot for that. But yeah, then because he told me about this great expansion was coming up. It's going to be so great. The Burning Crusade. It's going to be greatest thing in the world. I'm like, okay, whatever.
You were still looking at him with that look that people give you when you tell me play. They're like, oh, that's cool. Yeah.
But I didn't know. In fact, my supply officer played. my boss played the game. So we all hopped on his server, which was Frostwolf at the time, and we played Alliance. And we played that for a little while, and then got the Burning Crusade out, and then of course I went deployed. And then after when I came back from deployment, I actually found out on the ship that all the nukes back aft played, but they were Horde.
Ah.
Yeah, so I had to.
You switched over?
Yeah, because I wanted to get into this thing called raiding. I had into it.
Man, I thought you were going to say you changed the boat over to Alliance. I thought you were going to say you got them all playing Alliance.
No, they weren't going to go. But I went to Horde, and their guild was called the Army of Darkness. Right. Yeah. And they were on Gorfine, one of the very old servers.
Of course it was, because they're Horde and they're evil.
The bad guys.
We get it.
So yeah, I went over and started playing with them. Of course, I had to make a Horde mage, and I played with them. I was the only mage on the raid team out of 25 people. But the raid team was pretty good. We cleared all the way to some.
Yeah, what? What she said?
I said, dudes don't play mages.
I couldn't help it. I had to play mage. There was something about it. But anyway, I got to we got to Sunwell. We got the second boss, and that was about it. That's all we could do. But the second boss is Sunwell, as far as we got. And then of course, then Lynch King came out, and we started raiding in that. The guild went all the way to Odoar. We did that one, and then after that, it was basically became a casual guild for a little while, which we did. We finished up Dragon Soul with that awful place.
Yeah, Dragon Soul.
And, we finished that up, and then I moved over to I wanted to get into heroic raiding. I wanted to get to the big boy scene and see how it was going. So I moved over to Arthas with a few of the friends from Army of Darkness, and we went over there to Arthas, a big server. At the time there was a top 20 guild on there.
Okay.
World 20 guild, and it's a different place than where it is when I was right now. Because, I mean, you could go over there right now, and they're basically pugging Mythic.
Wow, really?
Server.
Wow.
It's like that over there?
Yeah, it's like that. And that's where, it was a horrible place. Where you get a lot of them elitist people, to get the drama going, right?
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was... so I did that, and, of course, I got into... the podcast, of course, but it wasn't listening to WoW podcasts. I was listening to wrestling podcasts. I was listening to all the wrestlers. I'm a big wrestling fan. I think Azantes is too. He's a big wrestling fan, and they always playing the John Cena music in the raid. Drive you crazy.
That's right.
But yeah. So after that, I went and I found Convert to Raid, and I found this podcast also. So I started listening to this one, right? And I was like, you know what? I just came by myself to this. I came to this guild by myself. Didn't know nobody, know nothing, nothing like that. It was in March when I came of 2014. And I started in there on that. I actually found a bunch of sub-sailors in the group.
In the guild?
In the guild, yes.
Oh, wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because I tried
on our raid team, actually.
Because on Arthas, I had to raid heroics. I never got a chance to do normal. It's either you go heroic or you got to go home, right? So,
man, that's some serious people over there, man.
Yeah. So I said, okay, let me go over to here, and I'll go try. So I thought I was good enough to go, and I said, well, I'll try out for Tainted Core, right? Which is one of the top raid teams in Convert to Raid. And so after I tried out for them, they said no, because my druid wasn't that geared, right? But then I found, of course, Coag, right? I don't know if y'all probably heard of him.
Yeah, Coag.
Sure,
and,
yeah.
Coag's a YN1. He's a yeoman in the Navy, submariner too. And on his team also was another chief that was on the raid team. He was called Amateur Hour, right? Okay. And so we started raiding with them with my druid. Okay, then we did that. And of course, I had my lock. I had to do something with my lock, right? So that's when I started pugging a lot with it. So therefore, I went to, Salad Senate. I ran with them, and I ran with the Rubber Chicken Coalition.
Because nobody can come on this show unless they've raided at some point or another with the Salad Senate. So you did some RCC too, Rubber Chicken? You did the Rubber Chicken too?
Yeah, I did those. They got my lock geared. Those guys did.
Yeah.
So Well, I got really good. I was playing Affliction, so it was broke. It was completely broke. It was doing way too much DPS. I mean, at one time I had almost 2 million DPS on the protectors. It was just insane at one time. But anyway, so that's when I found the Orc Busters raid team.
OB, okay.
I went to the OB to raid with them, right? And that's where I first met Belshnickle.
Yeah.
I raided with him on there, right? In Mega Code. And Skyin and Gang Theory, and them, and had fun. That's where I put my lock into.
Okay.
And my druid was basically healing, and was healing in the other raids. So I was running 12 hours of raid time.
A week?
Oh,
bro, that's serious,
yes.
man.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because they didn't raid enough
I'm
for me.
lucky to do 3.
Yeah, so I was running 12 hours of raids because I'm a geo bachelor. I drive back and forth from Charleston to
So you got time.
Florida. So I got some time. So I put 12 hours in, and this tier I put 15 in. A week.
A week, consistently, like boom, every week.
Wow. Yeah, I did.
That's
I have
awesome.
my druid tank and my warlock. But after that, I ran with them, and then of course, Sal, listen to me. I put my app in for Boatz N Hozen. You understand? Right? And it took him 2 to 3 weeks. The Boatz N Hozen application. Remember you were talking about the application on the episode? It took me 2.5 weeks to get talked back to. Trust me. I'm
happy I'm not the only one. Goodness gracious, why they make us fill it out if they're not going to come talk to us about it?
It's a prestigious group, man. Like, these guys are kind of like, like some of the muckety mucks, you know what I'm saying? Some of the uppity ups.
But now I know Nav had worked so hard on this application, right? So I filled it out.
He made it look real pretty.
There's real pretty. That was it.
And he made me look at it for like half an hour until I found the Easter egg that's in it. That we probably shouldn't talk about on the show.
No.
But yeah, they spent a lot of time making that look really, really good. Yeah, I'm not sure if they read any of it.
I know.
Because our guys
applied. Our guys applied. I even applied.
So Yakky eventually did get on, though, after half a month of waiting.
And this is the funny story here. I'm sitting here and I try out for Tainted Core, working as attendant. I'm doing tryouts. I'm doing all this other stuff, showing them that I can stay alive and die, or just like, you're not good, get away. And these other raid teams, and you have to do tryouts. I get in the mumble conversation with Navox and I think Phyllis, and they're like, sure, yeah, you're good. And then you can raid.
That was it.
That was it. That was all.
And then the first night we had him in raid, we went into Mercius. I think we wiped like 5 times. Like after we've gone through and cleared it, after we've gone through and cleared the whole instance, we go in there and we go in there on I think it was heroic at the time, and we ended up wiping on a Mercius like 5 or 6 times just because reasons. That's our luck. We're like, we got these new guys. We got to show them how it's done. We're gonna go in there and just wipe on a Mercius for 6 times.
That's awesome.
Stupid stuff. But
it
was good times.
Mm-hmm. And then I got in, of course, and then got in with the raid team. And it's a good raid team, and still wonder where Raxo is. Anybody's seen him?
Raxo shows up in the first part of the expansion, levels up, goes balls to the wall, and then he's just like, I'm done. I've seen all that there is to Heimel, and that is all the gear that's required by me, and I'm done. That's it. We'll see him for Blackrock Foundry for a week or 2, and then he'll disappear again.
Yeah, we still ain't found him yet. I don't know where he's at. But
you got any dirt on Navox, man? I mean, because Navox sits over here, man, every 2 weeks, man. He's smiling. He's trying to look all innocent and stuff. And we know, man, Navox is not an innocent dude, man. I mean, you look at that dude right now. He's not that innocent, man. So let's make it plain for us, man. What's the deal with Mr. Navox?
Navox he don't really say much when he raids, right? Because here's a little secret I didn't know, right? Because I main tank for Prestige Worldwide, okay, on my Druid. All right. So Navox and Exantes and everybody, and then Arax, and I think Akaros and everybody else, they get in this little Skype channel and they talk to each other, and so you don't have to hear them mumble, right?
Oh, so they got their own little sub thing going on?
Yeah, they got a little thing going on, right? Okay. And then I'm stuck by myself in Prestige Worldwide tanking with nothing. And I got Navox yelling and screaming, "Whoa, what are you doing?" Want to cuss at me, and I can't hear none of what they're saying. right? And they got a little thing going on, so they just leave me all alone, right?
That's messed up, man. That sounds shady. That sounds mad shady.
I have to bring Flash for Navox, so he'll have one. Tony still don't.
Oh, so he's not even a prepared raider. He's not even a prepared raider.
I didn't notice that.
I have a ton of flasks because
just in your bank.
Yakky supplies me with flasks every week.
Yeah. So if it wasn't for you, Yakky, he'd be unflasked. Oh, that's terrible.
If it wasn't for Yakky, I would have to go and buy flasks from the auction house. But every week I show up and like I'm just standing there and all of a sudden a window opens. Bam! There's my flask.
Yakky, man, you're like his sugar daddy, man. You're like his sugar daddy. Man,
I owe this man some cash here, so I'll have to pay out here at some point.
He ain't the only one, though, trust me.
How much gold are you going to give him after the show?
Yeah, just wondering exactly how much. Are we talking, what, 2K?
That sounds good.
2 to 3K?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Sounds good.
3K then. Okay, so
so 3,000 gold after the show. Okay, cool. That's good.
Yeah, I purposely did it because I have to give Phyllis Flask, I give Exante's Flask, I give everybody. So
you're the Flask guy then.
Yeah,
so it isn't just Navox that's unprepared for raiding. Is that what?
It's like the whole team.
Now every team's got a Flask person, man. That's cool, man. That's good.
It's actually funny. On our team, we got a lot of guys who are really big into doing flasks and feasts. Like they're like, I want to throw the feast down. Okay. All right, go ahead.
Or they'll have like 2 people throw the feast down.
You throw the feast. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, our team used to do that. For the win, we'd have 2 people throw it down. It's like, okay.
Thanksgiving feast.
How about we don't waste
right
them?
There.
Yeah. It's true, though. Every team does have a feast person. But listen, I don't know if you know this, Yakky, but Phyllis and Xanates are in the chat room killing it right now.
Oh, yeah, I know. I see him.
It.
I see him.
Yakky is an enabler. Xanates says.
The enabler. Yakky, a.k.a. the enabling chief.
I can just hear Xanates saying this stuff. He's like, Yakky is the Flask man. That's Flask man. I can totally just hear his voice saying that. Yes. Yep. Like, Boatz N Hozen, best recruiting. Premier application. Absolutely. and then he'll make a Dodge joke. Very wow. Anyway.
But
that just slowed everything down. Sorry.
Yeah, I think so.
But no, Navox is a good tank. They just if you really want to make Navox mad in a raid to get him going,
yes, we do.
Talk about his tanking. Just say something about what are you doing with the boss, and he just livid.
Say like, how about you pull the boss out of the poop on the floor, or just start ragging on him. Okay.
So true.
Yeah, and he'll get so mad. He'll be ready to kill somebody.
Navox, people don't know, man. When Navox gets mad, you can tell Navox is getting mad.
Oh yeah.
Like he's not gonna hide it.
Call of Duty mad. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. COD
like
mad.
He's this such an like calm, nice guy until he's not.
And it's only for raiding. It's only raiding. It's only when we're wiping night up. It is. That's absolutely true.
I've definitely pissed him off too.
You've seen it.
There was one time I was trying to make him really mad, and it was in raid, and I had the thing that switches.
My God.
Your position.
Right. Oh my God.
And I just kept doing it to him, and I kept thinking he's gonna go, okay, whoever's doing it, stop it. But he never did, and I did it like 30 times, like a lot.
She was trolling him hard.
Different sides of the room, right? And he's supposed to stand here, and I'm supposed to stand here. Because he was melee or tank or whatever, and I'm ranged, and I kept going voop, 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 voop. And I forget what that toy is called that you get from engineering, but yeah, and he never said a word. And then I accidentally clicked on someone else on the team.
Kanu.
He remembers all the details of this particular story, by the way.
It was Kane.
Yeah.
It was Kane who
Kane?
got it. It was Kane. Kane doesn't say anything at all during the whole raid. Kane will not say anything, and this set him off.
He went off? Like he turned on his mumble and started just going off?
Listen, I deleted the toy out of my bag after what that man said to me.
Wow.
Well, he didn't know he was talking to me, though, I don't think.
Yeah, but see, Sal, people are trying to raid, man. This is serious business. So you're over here playing around, trolling people,
Soup.
I can't believe Nav didn't lose his stuff, though.
No. That was...
Last.
It was, we were doing, we were working on Heroic Butcher at the time. That's what it was. So we were still...
So they're working on progression while Sal's playing games.
Yeah, I think it was progression when Sal was doing that. Yeah.
Man. Note to self, guys, if you guys can invite Sal on progression night, just be ready for some trolling. That's messed up.
Zoop, 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 zoop.
And then I get a message from Sal later on. You guys are no fun. You
Like,
guys are not.
no
You
one's
guys
joking
aren't
around.
fun. No one's joking around.
I got cussed out when I used swap class.
So Yakky, man, can you name all the people on your team, man? You got this on lock tonight.
Yes, I got it on lock tonight.
Break it down, man. Let's do this.
All right, give me 1 second here. All right.
Whoa. No cheating, though, right? Not cheating, right?
No, I never cheat.
Okay, man.
Chief never cheats.
Okay. yes.
All right. Of course, you got Exantes and Navox are our main tanks, okay? Our healers, we got Hearthstone, Kane, Akaros, Slow Jab, and Billy. Sometimes he DPS also. He's that swing healer guy.
Okay.
Whenever we need him to. Of course, we got Knate, which we don't talk about Knate. He's just something you don't talk
Knate?
about.
It's
Knate.
Or Kate, or whoever you want to say. We don't talk about
Kate.
him.
Let's not calling him Kate.
Yeah. He gets
Kate.
upset. And then we got a Tyrol and a Stonius, or the tank, or not tanks, but the DPS Pallies, right? We got Tank Dan, funny, can't never stay connected to the raid, or something's always happening. Wesley, another Flash man,
Okay.
right? And we got Dakatsu.
Oh, Dakatsu?
Yeah,
Yep,
Dakatsu.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
And of course Ivy, he's in there too. Can't forget Ivy. Rollins, Hokey. Man, I can't believe how he does. He travels all over the world and still plays World of Warcraft.
Hokey's like James
I didn't know
Bond.
Hokey raided with you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I love me
just-
some
he's
Hulk.
always been on that team.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, he travels with his laptop and he raids from hotels.
He's like, guys, I'm in Madrid tonight. It's such a hard life.
Yeah.
It's like,
I just-
what?
It's amazing what he does.
I'm in Dubai.
Oh,
That's awesome.
look at my room. It's got a Bentley in it. Thanks, Hokey.
Yep.
Yo, Chief's gonna lose his train of thought, man.
That's
Yeah,
right.
the mage, I can't forget Laudy. We got Laudy. He's
right.
the guy that does the flamethrowers with me. Usually, Silver, Leggy, of course, two hunters.
Wait, is that Legolas?
Yeah, Legolas. He
Okay,
raids
yeah,
with
yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Barzu, Lukos. We got a new warlock with us is Val. I Val something. Val, of course, Tay Tony. He's a pre-pot. I saw the logs. He does a pre-pot. And of course, Raxo. Yeah. And that should be. That's it.
Man, you guys got a
That's it.
solid team over there, man.
Didn't you miss somebody?
I don't think he missed anybody. I think he got everybody.
I could have missed somebody, but I don't think so.
I think you missed that.
Sal.
Was it a fail?
Phyllis.
Oh, Phyllis. Yeah, that's right, Phyllis. Shaman.
The one guy he misses in the chat room, man. That's messed up.
Oh,
He's gonna
The
get.
one guy comes here to support
the one guy who
you.
yells at all of us.
That's awesome.
He's just like, he says Araxo, but not me.
No
No
loot for you. Yeah,
You lose the
Suicided.
Boatz N Hozen points.
yeah. Some Boatz N Hozen points. Oh my god.
Yeah. Negative 50 Boatz N Hozen
Yeah.
points.
But yeah, Phyllis, of course. Can't forget Phyllis.
Me and Belshnickle were like,
Well, y'all were going on. What, y'all got the page up or something? That's yours.
no, I'm just reading
But
the
anyway.
chat room. 'Cause he's like,
So
you didn't
Yakky-
say me.
Yakky, it's been a heck of an interview. You got any
Uh-huh.
shout outs you want to give, man?
Sure, of course. I at least want to shout out to the Salad Senate Rubber Chicken Coalition for carrying my lock and getting it geared when I first saw Nauma. So that's what I main up now. Of course, Amateur Hour with Coag. They're not together no more. They sometimes around, but And can't forget the Orc Busters, of course.
OB.
Ready with them for a long, long time, right? And Gang Theory. Check out his YouTube page. All right, he has a little YouTube page, and it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Casual to Raider. All right, Nate didn't pay me for that. But I did subscribe to that podcast and listen to it. You should listen all the way through and catch his little. He does little things at the end of it.
Okay.
Right, where he messes up. So it's pretty good. It's funny. The last one they explained every single heroic dungeon. Right.
That's good information right there,
Yes, every single one on how to do every single one. It was pretty good. And of course, Boatz N Hozen Raid team, especially for Exantes, for putting up with us. Know how he does it, but he does. But yeah, and that's pretty much it. That's all. That's all I got,
man.
All right, bud.
All right.
It was great talking to you, man.
All right. Good talking to y'all.
And thank you for your service, Yakky.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man. All right, man. We'll see you in
Catch up
game.
with you later.
All right.
All right. Thanks again, Yak.
See you, man.
That was awesome, man.
That was fun.
That was a good interview. Yeah, that was
man.
fun.
He basically did the interview for us.
That was probably one of the easiest
whole
interviews we've ever had.
It's like-
Like I could just sit back and hear the stories, man. Like dude's like he's been like everywhere. Like I was still in my diapers, and this guy's out there like on submarines. This guy's a man, It's
Well,
awesome.
he messaged me his bio, and I messaged him back. I'm like, God, we're the same age, because everything he did, like 95 and all that. I graduated high school in 95 and all that. So I was just like, man, we got to be the same age. So yeah,
Good stuff, man.
He's
You guys got a
he's
good
a
team.
good guy. Yeah,
Your team's really good.
Good bunch of guys. We all get along, which is it's rare for I guess I wouldn't say it's rare for a raid team to get along, but we do get along. And I mean, we scream and we yell and we holler at each other, but at the end of the night, we're all friends in the end of the night. So it's it's all good.
It's all love, baby.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
Everybody's that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's get let's get tea in here.
Turarts.
Get tea in here first.
That's right.
No, it's
Because we had the big
Turarts.
what?
What'd
It's
you
been
say?
it's been 2 weeks, and we had the 2-year anniversary. We had all the raffle stuff. I won a squirrel. I got it today in the mail.
Nice. I'm bringing
Yeah.
her.
Turarts. I'm gonna put some lipstick on for Turarts.
Hey guys.
Well, you're putting your
What's
lipstick
going on,
on
T?
for Turarts?
Navox, you got any lipstick for Turarts?
Oh,
Yeah, hang on.
I got
a shirt.
chapstick.
Oh,
This is for you, T. Just because we all got to be like, looking
Sharpie.
good tonight,
Put that on your lips right now. Navox, do it.
What is that? What was
Navox.
that? I missed it. I
come
missed
Put
it.
it on your lips.
I missed it.
No.
Navox,
We're
do
not doing
it.
that.
Navox, I
it.
double dog dare you. What are we daring him to do?
Do it. Do it.
Listen, no. What do
Wait,
we dare
was
you
it-
to do?
was it-
Don't talk-
Whatever it is, just do
Do
it.
it.
Did
Do
he have
it,
lipstick
Navox.
on his desk? Was that lipstick?
No,
was a Sharpie.
It was
Oh,
a
okay,
Sharpie.
okay. I was gonna say, whoa. This
I gotta go to
after
work
show's gonna be
tomorrow.
good tonight.
Oh, will you please put Sharpie on your lips?
No.
That's terrible.
Navox. Put
Anyway,
Sharpie on your
Turarts,
lips.
how are you
Sharpie on my
doing?
lips when you cannot stand
I'm good.
Yeah, you're doing okay.
Good.
What do you got for us tonight? We're excited, man. Bring it on. What do you got for us?
Well, it's kind of a boring night. We just had the 2-year anniversary, so we're kind of coming down from that. So thank you to everyone who participated, donated, whatever you did. Huge shout out. Can't believe it's been 2 years already. Going into February, things coming up. Gosh, what is it called? Pet Battle Boot Camp. That's what it is. We'll be doing that at the end of the month. Haven't decided if I'm doing it the last Saturday or second to last Saturday yet. Still looking at my schedule, which is why that's not on the calendar. So anything you want to know about boot camps, that's coming up. We want to do Raiding 101 again. For those of you who weren't here, when did we do it? Last October, was it? Or September? I can't remember. Basically just kind of went through Siege and slowly went through the first wing and went over how you should be doing this fight as a DPS, as a tank, as a healer, that sort of thing. So we are looking at doing that for Heimal. So that'll be coming up again. It'll be on the guild calendar. Also, rumors of a town hall coming soon. So that'll be exciting. Haven't had one since December,
Yeah.
so it'll be good to get another town hall out there. Goodness, what else is coming up? Nothing really. We're all just kind of coming down from the 2-year anniversary. A lot of prep goes into that, so we're kind of taking a breather. I do want to do some kind of class things. So if you are a class expert or know a lot about your class, get a hold of me either on the forums or ctrguildevents@gmail.com. Still in the works on it. Not quite sure how we're going to go with it yet, but just so I have an idea for people who would be interested in helping out people with their class.
Didn't you
then
just do that?
well, we did boot camps. They were successful in the sense that everyone we held was awesome. We just didn't get every class a boot camp. Like no priest or warrior boot camps happened.
Who plays
don't think-
those anyway?
I know.
Good people.
But we want to I want to try and do something a little more informal. And maybe instead of doing one class at a time, doing a couple classes. I'm not quite sure how to work it yet. So it's still kind of in progress. So we'll see what happens. But when we did our event planner meet and greet, which was awesome, that was kind of the biggest take back from that was people want these kind of class things because a lot of people are playing classes that are new. just because we're in a lull until BlackRock drops tomorrow. But they're trying to get their alts up and that sort of thing, so they want to make sure they're doing it right. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, if you're an expert in a class, get a hold of me. And then finally, it happens every year. We kind of lose some event planners, so I am on the need for more event planners.
Okay.
There is an application on the forum if anyone's interested. A lot of fun. I might be updating the application a little bit, but it won't be too much. But yeah, that's basically it for event news. Not too much happened. It's just been kind of like wind down from the anniversary since that's so big.
You guys did a great job with that.
Awesome job, guys.
It was a huge success. We had for the things that we have signups for, I know we had more people sign up than last year, which is awesome. A lot of participation, so huge success. A lot of guildies got to meet some new people too, which is always the point of it. So it's exciting.
Gotta keep showing love, man, to the event planners, man. You guys do so much. It's crazy. Like, if you guys don't know, these guys are doing a lot of stuff, you know, just of their own time to make the guild a better place, man.
Yep.
So it's awesome. Really appreciate it.
It is. I say event planners and then the welcome committee. Those two groups cannot thank enough. And then, of course, Nate with his raid liaison stuff. A lot of stuff happens. Akam just mentioned that he was wanting to do the clash channels again in game. Something, and I haven't talked to Pat about this, so if he's watching before I talk to him, surprise. There's class discussions on the forums, which are kind of outdated. I think the last time someone posted something was maybe in December. I want to see a way to get that kind of integrated for a place for guildies or non-guildies to go to, but make it more kind of prevalent. Because it's kind of dead, and I think the hunter one's very outdated. So that's something I'm kind of a project I'm looking at, but
that's kind of cool. Yeah, that'll be nice.
But just a place. I know you have icy veins and you have all these things to go, but it's different to have someone, or people are going to look at it and you can get real responses, or people can be like, hey, I'm on this time. If anyone wants to talk to me. It's just different to have that one-on-one or that group talk. So we'll see what comes from it, but that's what I'm kind of looking at right now, seeing if we can get some class things going. And then, as always, trying to get events for guildies so we can get that participation up. But, yeah, it's been a fun week. A lot of love for the elevator boss. It's been interesting since that episode.
I listened to that episode. That was pretty awesome. That was pretty funny. I was in my car listening to that. That was good. That was good.
It was good. That was one of my shining moments. It's a good one. But, yeah, hard to believe it's been 50 episodes, guys. Goodness.
Yeah.
I think I was on your first live one, which is, over a year now.
You've been a great addition to the show, man. Like, having you on has been great. And definitely having you on live has been even more fun.
Oh, so much better. The videos were nice, but I love the live. It's so much easier.
Yeah.
But I'd always forget to do the videos to the last second, and it was always I love my son, but he was always the worst. He would want to be in the camera and be like, no, just stay.
Give me a minute, please. Yeah. Good stuff.
But no, it's awesome. So yeah, that's it. And not a lot happening, but a lot coming up. So just watch the guild calendar, converttoraid.com/guild. Town hall coming soon, some more boot camps, class things. So exciting stuff in the works.
Okay. Well, hey, thanks again for everything.
Lastly, the Logs boot camp is out there. I know it's posted on Twitter and some other things. I'll repost it. But if you missed that, it was a huge turnout, a lot of success. Great way to kind of gear up for BlackRock, go over some log stuff. I don't know if any of you attended it, but one of our better events. So I will repost that on Twitter. But if you didn't, we did get it recorded. So if you want to read logs, I'll repost that.
Cool. Good stuff.
That. Yeah. All right. That's all I have tonight, guys.
All right, T. Thanks again. Appreciate it.
All right, T.
Have a good night.
No problem. Have a good night.
Thanks.
Night.
All right. Let's get in Knate.
Okay, so Chief Vol'jin has been saying in the chat room, but I thought he was joking at first, but he says that the SWAT blaster is actually getting nerfed. Says the cooldown is increased to 1 minute, and the way he says it, and the neutral silencer will prevent it as well.
Neural. Yeah.
Neural silencer. So, I guess people were annoyed by this more than just Navox.
Oh, yeah. Anytime you life grip somebody, anytime you change somebody's position, absolutely. I think life grip really annoys the heck out of me.
That's ultimate trollage right there. But we got Nate on the cam, man. Like, look at Nate. He's looking kind of stoic. This guy
with his Legend of Zelda shirt. Love it.
What?
Good job.
Huh? Oh, are we doing a podcast?
We got a podcaster in the house tonight too, man. We got Nate, man, in the house, dude. We're excited, bro. I'm feeling good for you, man. I'm feeling good for you.
Yeah, I'm excited too. It's good to see you guys.
So what's the deal, man? Lay it on us, man.
I don't know. I've been looking forward to. I've been looking forward to Monday all weekend.
This is true. Nate and I actually got into Skype the other day because I was wanting him to kill something for me, and
Ring of
it
Blood,
didn't
right?
work out. Yeah, but
Yeah.
apparently you can only go in there by yourself. You can't get someone to go in there and cheese it for you.
Ah,
Not Ring of Blood. It was
Ring of Trials.
yeah, Ring of Trials.
use your
Yes, it's the
tank.
thing. It's the thing I asked you to do. No, I was on my rogue, and I suck at rogue. It's fun though, but yeah, I
I suck
couldn't
at
do
rogue.
it
That's awesome.
without
Mm-hmm.
someone's help. But and we ended up talking for a long time. He's like, "Is it Monday yet?" I'm like, "Dude, it's Saturday night. What do you want to go Monday
Yo,
for?"
Nate's
He's
keeping
like,
it real,
"You've got a
man.
show.
He's keeping
I
it
can't
real."
wait
Yeah.
for the show."
And I work weekends, so like weekends don't mean anything to me. Like people are like, oh, it's Friday. I'm like, that's cute. I don't care. I'm still gonna be here.
He's like, I hate your Friday. Where's Monday?
Yeah, this week it's Tuesday. But anyway, so this week, first of all, I want to say, up on the forums, I just finally finished a project thing I've been working on / slacking on for a month. I have rewritten and consolidated all the like. Here's the guidelines for, you know, what constitutes a minimally sized raid team. This is what you should have in your forum post. I redid that entire post. It's now long. I've heard I should thank George R. R. Martin for it because it's very lengthy. That wasn't really my intent. I didn't want it to be lengthy and rulesy, but I did want it to explain kind of what some of the policies are and why we have them that way, so that there's a lot more transparency between raid teams and the raid liaisons. So that's out there. Go take a look at that. I also added. We're also giving raider ranks now to. We talked about this at the last town hall. To challenge mode teams, to raided
Nice.
battleground teams, to teams that are doing old school raiding, like what iTunes Project used to do. So if anybody wants to start one of those up in CTR, feel free. We'll do raider ranks for that as well. And we also added some official policies on benches for raid teams, especially mythic raid teams. You can now have a bench of up to 10 players
That's
who
cool.
can all get raider rank, so that they don't feel like they're being they're punished or they're second class citizens for being sat on the bench. So that's a thing now. Also talked a little bit about people that are on trial status with teams. I'm going to advise that people do not put trial members by name on their roster. Because if you put them by name, I'm going to consider them part of your team. And I'm going to audit your team accordingly. And if you fall below 80%, you're going to get a, hey, fix this message from me. And I don't want to do that. That's work. I don't want to do work.
I hear you, man.
We even get it, guys.
Yeah.
So it's not like there's no special treatment anywhere. We even got it. So
Yeah. Yeah. It just works better because I can fix our team real fast. But yeah, so that's out there on the forums. It's in the team pages section. I will drop a link in the chat room as soon as the internet stops being dumb. But because it's being real dumb. It's being real dumb right now. Other than that, let's go to the raid report thread and see what people wrote. We have. We got Drop and Jeeves taking down Heroic Imperator and Mythic Kargath in the same day. So
Nice.
congrats to them. We got a new raid team called the Dark One's Own Luck, which is looking for more healers and DPS. Their first week of raiding, they went 5 out of 7 in normal mode. So go check them out over on the forums.
awesome.
Facepole is now 7/7 normal and 5/7 heroic. Our friends from last week, Aims to Misbehave, are now 5/7 normal and 1/7 heroic. So congrats to those guys.
Congratulations.
I love that name. That's awesome.
Yeah, they're good. They're good people. I like Shepard. We've been talking back and forth about some Paladin stuff. We've got Mass Res Inc. finished out High Mall in heroic. 7/7 heroic and 1 out of 7 mythic. So they got their Kargath as well. And I thought I had one more, but maybe the forums are being. Oh, hang on. Nope, I don't have one more.
Well, I think we do though. Team Core just got heroic Texas down.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
that's
Mythic.
right.
Mythic
Texas.
That's awesome.
Like
Yeah,
just
they got-
now. Yeah.
Just like within the last 30 minutes.
during the show. Yeah.
So
Good
congrats
stuff.
to those
Yeah, congrats
guys.
to them.
What are they? 5 of 7 now?
Yep. 5 out of 7. Yep.
That's crazy. Good job to those guys.
We knew that because Kinsman Sushi popped in and let us know, because he's not usually in the chat room these days because he's always raiding. And everybody's there right now. It's like, yeah, baby. Grats, Sushi. Grats, guys. Kinsman Sushi. Yeah, I don't think there's been an episode since BlizzCon where we haven't said the word Kinsman.
I don't think it'll ever happen that we don't say Kinsman.
It's too good. It's too good.
No,
It's too good to.
I'll never forget that.
Yeah. It's legendary.
Yeah. I suppose it is. Speaking of legendary, how's the podcast, Knate?
Podcast is going good. We just put out episode 6 entitled Nate is Totally Making Stuff Up last week. In that episode, we talked about heroic loot, or heroic dungeons, and the loot you can get from heroic dungeons, and icy veins, and this may come as a surprise to you. I might have made some things up.
You?
So tune in, guys.
Yeah. Tune in and debunk the misinformation.
Nate, where can the listeners find you again? Go ahead and.
So we are over at casual2raider at casual2raider.podbean.com. Our blog is over at casual2raider.wordpress.com, and that's the number 2. Mudala just put up a new blog post about avoiding leveling burnout, and we should have a new post up we should have a new post up in the next couple weeks, and then I think I'm doing one in the couple weeks after that. We record our next show on Sunday, so if you have any questions, please get that to us at casual2raider@gmail.com. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about yet because we have not had we had to postpone our show meeting, so we're kind of gonna, I think.
You guys should talk about John Cena.
John Cena. No.
Right.
If John Cena writes me a question, I will talk about John Cena. But yeah, so it's going good. We're getting our flow together. So hopefully one day, once we get to we have a bunch of kind of preset topics we're going to talk about, and then I think hopefully once we get to the end of that, we'll feel confident enough that we can do a live show.
That'd be awesome. Good stuff.
Awesome.
Good luck.
That would
I
be
can't wait for
interesting
that.
and scary.
But it'll be the best.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Okie dokie.
All right, Mr.
All right,
Nate.
guy.
Well, thanks
right.
for coming on.
Hopefully we'll raid tomorrow. We'll see.
Yeah, hopefully the servers don't take a nosedive. Everyone's
because
gonna flood
right.
Blackrock Foundry.
They will.
So
Good luck with that.
yeah, it's gonna be. I'm not holding out hope, but maybe High Mall will work. Maybe we can go back to High Mall.
Navox is shaking his head.
No.
I don't want to go back to High Mall.
I don't want to go back to High Mall. It hurts.
Well, good luck tomorrow night.
All right,
Hurts
man.
my
Good,
soul.
good luck,
Nate,
Nate.
we'll see you next time.
All right, guys.
Take care, man.
See you, man.
See ya.
Bye-bye. All right.
Okie dokie.
Good stuff.
So
always.
yeah, we are running a little bit over, and
Okay.
I think we should just go really quick over Blackrock Foundry real quick.
Okay, go.
Okay, so Blackrock Foundry. So Blackrock Foundry comes out tomorrow, guys. What you want to do to prepare for this is, I know we were going to discuss it, but short version here. Go out to Wowhead and Icy Veins. Wowhead has a lot of nice guides out there. So does Icy Veins. Some things you want to be, pay attention to are if you go into Wowhead and click on the Blackrock Foundry link, down towards the bottom there are different strategy guides, and you can click on like rules strategy guide and things like that. Make sure you pay attention not only to the boss fight but to the trash in there as well, because there is some strategy to the trash. It's like they have those Diablo mini bosses. You know how you come across the mini bosses in Diablo that just kicked your butt. You know, they're you can't just bull rush in there and expect to have your raid healers keep you up or, you know, not wipe the raid. So you want to pay attention to that. Also, one other thing I want to talk about was, and I saw the chat room talking about it as well. Ask Mr. Robot started doing the combat log infographics. So if you got anybody logging with Ask Mr. Robot, like I have Ask Mr. Robot. A lot of our guys on our team use the live logging feature for Ask Mr. Robot. It now does the infographics, and you can go out there and you can actually see uptime on boss. You can see healers. You can like healers activity. You can see your activity. You can see damage done by standing in poo and things like that.
That's kind of cool.
A lot of good stuff. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff out there. But yeah, in a nutshell, hit up Wowhead, hit up Icy Veins, check out the Fat Boss videos. There's not a lot out there right now. Like when I go and look at boss strat videos, I look at Fat Boss because it's the only one out there. I use Gabesta's videos, and I also use Methods. Well, Method puts some videos out there every once in a while. I like to look at Method's strat guides, but make yourself, you know, help your raid leaders out. Just go out there and pay attention to what's being put out there, the information. And some of the information probably changed since then, so, you know, you can check it out against the boss guide in game as well.
That's just being a good raider, man. Come prepared. You know,
yeah,
at least I've seen
exactly.
the fight.
Come prepared.
Yeah, man.
Yep. And be prepared to sit and wait if the servers do take a dump, and don't get all mad and angry.
I think you should rage and flood Twitter and everybody, you know, tell them about how mad you are. You know.
I think you should pet battle because I think that's like the new thing right now.
I still need
Everyone
to pet
seems
battle.
pet battling. Well, okay, so Sushi and Air start pet battling, and I'm like, everyone's doing it.
I'm not doing it.
So.
I haven't done it at all. I don't have any like pets over maybe level 5. I don't have anything
Well,
like
if
that.
you want
so.
that level 3 menagerie to max out your garrison, you're gonna do it.
I love when you talk like that. That's awesome. That's good stuff. You can do that anytime.
Okay. Belshnickle, there's a reader email that we got.
There is an email, and I'm going to read it.
I would love for you to read.
I'd like to do
once
that.
you find it.
No, I found it. I'm on it right now. All right, it says, "Hi guys, regarding the statue, the point of it all to me was not that I took a hiatus 1 year and missed it, but that for once, just once, Blizzard gave something to subscribers rather than giving something nice to someone who left to bring them back. That has happened many times, and that does make me so angry. Why am I not getting the free month of game time that they are? Why are the tanks getting rare mounts in their loot bags and I'm not? Why didn't I get the bear mount only given out at BlizzCon even though I was subscribed and in beta and in alpha as well? Life isn't fair, but it is nice to see loyalty get rewarded. The rest doesn't really matter, and in the next 10 years, the people that didn't get a statue will never be able to unsubscribe, because what if another gift comes out at 15 years, at 20? I hope it happens more in the future. It's not worth being mad about. Bandit." That was nice.
And that was in response to something we were talking about, well, with the statue that was sent out. And there are some points here that some people would totally agree with and totally disagree with, but you know, everyone's got their opinions. But in the end here, I hope there's more in the future. It's not worth being mad about. That's right.
How can you be mad at Blizzard for doing something good for people? Like, I don't know. I don't see the rate. I can't imagine a reason why you'd be upset. The only way I could see you being upset is if you started like maybe the day after. Like you're for like a day late and you missed it, you'd be like, oh, that stinks. I missed it by a day or a month. But, you know, Blizzard didn't have to do this, man. It's awesome. Be happy for people.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm happy for everyone that got it.
Yeah, good for you guys.
Navox, we got a reader tweet that wasn't a shout out.
We do. Okay, so from Zazzy the Rogue at Converted CTR. Wait, there's an actual drunk raid with drinking games and all the things? Tell me more. So, the drunk raid. Saturday nights at 9... Well, for me, it's 9 p.m. Eastern. I believe it starts at 9 p.m. Eastern. Jade and Amanthus run it. They go into High Mall, and they just take... You know, they have a list of people that they take, but then they'll also announce it in CTR LFG that they're looking for people to go. And you go in there, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, people are drinking. It's a laid back environment. If you're going in there to seriously, you know, be serious raider, It's not that.
It's fun, man. You guys kill some bosses and have a good time.
Raid. You go in there, kill some bosses. They're out there on the forums. Go check them out.
You can bring your alts.
It's actually
right. They don't have any kind of restrictions. You can bring anything you want, right?
You can bring anything you want. They don't even care if you switch up halfway through. A lot of people, when later on in the night, when the spicy water's taking effect, a lot of us who haven't been drinking are like, all right, look, I'm gonna switch over to my main and we're gonna down the boss. So that's what we're gonna do. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. A lot of people in the chat room actually tonight go along on that. So yeah.
And there's several people in that don't drink, that don't drink at all, or don't like drink that much.
Myself, I don't drink, so we're good.
Yeah, so that's not a rule either.
X-rated,
but it's drunk rated.
Thank you, Phyllis. It's called X-rated. Look for them on the forums. So now
Sushi, you guys see what Sushi wrote in the chat room? I don't know. He said he bought a statue on eBay, smelted it down, and had it cast into a statue of Varian. Like, that's awesome.
Actually the best idea ever.
Yes.
That's pretty funny.
Who really wants a statue of an orc?
Well, hey now, it's kind of a cool looking statue.
Bad guy horde. That's who wants it.
Bad guy horde.
Not good guy alliance.
Almost everybody I know was horde at one point. That's weird. Like, Sal, you were never horde? Navox, you were never horde?
I actually started out as horde.
Okay.
Yeah, I started as horde. What can I say? I was playing with my friends, so they were playing horde, so I made a horde character. My rogue was my original character, not my warrior. My rogue was my original WoW character. So, but yeah, so now it's time for our chat room shoutouts. Chat room, it's been 50 episodes, so if you got something, give us a shout out in the channel. If you have somebody you want to give a shout out to, by all means. And
well, and for regular converted shoutouts, you can tweet us, or you can head over to our forum page to post them on Signals Media. The first one I'm going to talk about is someone that did post on our forum page. What? It is from Sarcastard. He wants to do a shout out to Misfit Toys for completing Heroic Imperator. Thank you. Okay, and then we've got a few shout-outs from, of course, Dead Greed. First of all, he shouted out to himself, not reading that one. Dead Greed also wants to give a shout-out to the best raid team in CTR Echelon, I can never read. Okay.
I want to give a shout-out to the best raid team in CTR Echelon. Facepull. Best team ever.
Words aren't that hard, Sal. Come on.
Words are not that hard. Shout out to Loney, best #1 fan of all, New Mage podcast.
That's right. He's part of the New Mage podcast called Delirian Brilliance.
That's right.
Let's see, who else? Oh, then here's Facepull. Okay, congrats on Team Facepull. It's now 7 of 7 normal and 6 of 7 heroic. That's a brand new team. That's
pretty impressive.
That's fantastic, guys. Okay, says, help me get the word out. Looking for, in real life, blacksmith and leather worker. Details would need to be confidential until December-ish. Okay, someone needs for Christmas a real life blacksmith and leather worker.
That's serious.
And, yeah, and this is from at Draven Dresden. If you are a real life blacksmith or leather worker, contact us.
And also come on the show because we want to talk to you. That's pretty fantastic.
Yeah. All right. So Buns CTR wants to say, I don't know if you are still taking shout outs. We are, but threat level midnight downed heroic imp this week. Keep up the good work, guys.
That is awesome.
Remember threat level midnight was one of our first teams that we ever had on.
That's right.
Tink. We love Tink. Says shout out to For the Win Raid and special shout out to me for being so humble and gracious. I love Sal /Wink.
Meow.
I don't understand. He shouted out to himself and then said he loves me.
He loves you, but he's shouting out to himself as well.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
But Zerker says we were talking about favorite moments of the 50 episodes. Berserker says that his favorite moment was when Summer Sal proved she's the Metal Valkyrie CTR Guild couldn't exist without by releasing the ballad.
The ballad.
Hail and kill.
That was pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie to you, that was pretty awesome.
Oh, that was more work than I ever thought it would be. Kinsman Bear Meat, which is of course Ursangus, says shout out to the greeters. Keep up the good. What I've been told, greetering,
Greetering, that's a new thing.
and that's it. Yes.
Alrighty.
Yes,
And
that's-
in the chat room, for our chat room shout outs, we've got Where. Shout out to the WoW Insider team.
oh yeah.
Yeah, big shout out to WoW Insider. They're closing up shop, and I think they've got some other plans. So stay tuned, guys. Another shout out we have from Rue. Oh man, every time Rue, I mess up. So I'm just gonna say, shout out to Marconin for, where is it here? Building Sandstone Drake. I had the mats, but still no recipes. So shout out to Marconin from Roulette. Help me out with that name, guys.
Relush?
Relush.
It's
Yes.
Relush.
And then Sushi said,
Rue.
you already did Rue. I'm just going to say Rue from now on. Anyway, Sushi said, you already did mine, but I'll take another shout out to Tainted Core for burying Mythic Tectus for 5 out of 7 Mythic. We're ready for BlackRock and roll US number 408 raid team in the world, guys. That's awesome.
It's pretty impressive.
We also have from Phyllis, shout out to burning out on Highmall after 2 months and raiding with friends whom I love. That's our secondary raid leader right there. Let's see, what else do we have here? Rue, Tickle Nation, hashtag Tickle Nation. Zagnut, hashtag Tickle
That's
Nation.
right, Zag. Hashtag Tickle Nation represent, baby. That's me ripping my shirt.
That's it for the big chat, guys. Chat room, thanks for showing up. I mean, we had a huge chat room this evening. So
Yeah, we did.
yeah.
Nice.
So Belle, what you got for shout outs?
I want to give a shout out to my wife, man, for holding it down so I can come out here and do the podcast and still game and do my thing. She's been hardcore, man. Like while I'm sneaking out, sleeping on crusty old futons, you know, she's handling the business, man. So I got to give her a shout out and show her some love, man. She's awesome.
I'd like to shout out to Guildies, Mordell and Tex. I ran with them like 2 or 3 heroic dungeons the other night, and it was the most calm, nicest experience. I guess Mortal. I'm not sure how to say his name, but he was a new tank, and his gear wasn't so great, and we wiped a few times, but it was fine. You know, we had a good time and no one was mad at anyone, and it was wonderful, and it made me want to do dungeons again even though DPS queue times are like half an hour. So shout out to you guys for a great dungeon run.
Good stuff.
And I got a big shout out to our raid team. Yeah, it's been 2 months in High Mall, and we were all pretty much burnt out on doing some mythic stuff. So we're looking forward to going in there and beating some heads in BlackRock Foundry. Starting off with Rule, it'll be a lot of fun. And with that, guys, if you're listening to us on iTunes or Stitcher, give us a thumbs up, write us a review, and we'll give you a shout out on the show. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the thumbs up, leave us a comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to join us live, look us up on Twitch TV/Converted Podcast. Sal, who do we have lined up next time?
Okay, so be sure to join us in 2 weeks when we have a podcast about podcasts. It's kind of meta, but
podcasts.
we're going to be talking about podcasts. Actually, we're going to have Nate is going to be an actual guest
That'll be fun.
on our podcast. Going to talk about
Awesome.
his new podcast, Casual to Raider, and we're going to actually have 2 people on. Okay, so Jack of Skulls is going to come on and talk about Delarian Brilliance. We've talked about these 2 podcasts on our show already, and now we're going to have 2 people from these 2 podcasts to come on and tell us what's going on. They're both members of CTR. There's people on CTR on their show. It will be wonderful. Do not miss it.
Good stuff. Speaking of CTR people and their podcast, we got a promo from our own Boomy. Everyone pretty much
Hey.
knows Boomy, so we're going to close out the show with a promo that he sent us, and then we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. So thanks again for coming out, guys. We appreciate you guys. And yeah, man, 50, Let's do this, man. Let's keep doing this. All right, guys. See you guys in 2 weeks. Here's Boomy.
Hello and welcome. Have you ever wanted to torture your ears? Have you ever pondered what it would be like if someone gave Boomy a microphone and a studio to do his own World of Warcraft podcast? The answer is here. Come listen to The Boomy Show. where you'll hear antics, more personalities and voices than one man can handle. Yes, and all powered by Odin's beard. So come, enjoy the rantings and ravings of a bearded man. Perhaps you too will learn something. Thank you, and good day, and may God save the beard.
You can follow us on Twitter at converted_CTR.
And be sure to follow us on our YouTube channel, Converted Podcast.
Also, follow us on our Twitch channel, Converted Podcast, and join us live every other Monday at 7 p.m. server.
You can follow me at Summer_Sal, Navox at NavoxCTR, and Belshnickle at BelshnickleCTR.
This podcast is a part of the Signals Media All-Star Network. For more information on this and other fine shows, go to signalsmedia.com. It's okay to stick our stuff in your ears. Really.
All right, guys, that wraps it up.